Well, we're down here at the nature reserve, Gallows Hill Nature Reserve in Otley, just next to the river. And I've just come to this pond that was showing you before that they've recently created, and there is actually quite a lot of tadpoles in it, but you can see them in there wriggling around. But there's no vegetation yet surrounding the pond, so they've got no shelter. So I guess if any bird or whatever fancied a nibble, they could come and grab a tadpole. But there's still plenty. There's some ones that are deep down there. But I guess the frogs just thought, well, better go somewhere and there's some water. So it's held its water. Looks like a new little pond they've created. That's the first tadpoles I've seen this year. I mean, somebody might have come and just put a clump of frog spawn in it just to get it going, I don't know. Yeah, so tomorrow there's the Leeds Marathon or half marathon. You can enter either, for thousands of runners, and they come down from Leeds to Otley and then loop round in a sort of another route back again. So lots of the roads have got cones out and things, and it'll be closed tomorrow morning. I think it starts at 9 o'clock. So I guess the fast runners will probably get to Otley, you know, like 10:30 or something. 10:15, but most of the rest won't be here till like 11 or 12, and you know, it takes some of the stragglers and that. So yeah, so the river's just down there. A few people out for a walk this morning in the nature reserve. Lots happening today in Menson. We've got a plant sale on for a couple of hours, and then there's a big art exhibition in that room right there. Let's see, when is it? 10th and 11th of May, 10:30, so it should be open now, so go and have a look at it, Art exhibition, go and see what's inside. This is the library, and this is where the sort of exhibition or theatre hall is. Yeah, so kitchen. The Menston Arts Club exhibition inside the Kirkland's Theatre Hall, where they have shows and meetings and all that in here. We'll sit having a cup of tea. Well, I don't So this lady's about to start a watercolour demonstration here. People have come. Take notes. Yeah, so this morning's task was going up, sanding some of this wood down on this side, because I had previously done that side over there. So it's this side, which is actually in the sun the most, because the sun comes round and is all afternoon baking heat. So it was very dry, the wood, and it was sucking up the paint a lot. So sanding it, filling any bits of wood with filler, and then that were like, you know, needed a bit of filling, which wasn't much. But then it turned out there was wasps, a couple of wasps going in here and then going in the back corner. So I just used the wood filler as well to fill in the gap. And a few wasps then flew in and sort of tried to work out where they go, and they couldn't get in. They went off again after a while. So when they'd done that, I then quickly painted it all, and luckily no wasp came while I was painting it. So I've done one coat. I did that before the sun came round, so it was in the shade. So now I'm going to wait, and supposedly supposed to be cloud build up this afternoon potentially, or a bit more cloud. So I'm hoping that there'll be a bit of cloud if we do a second coat. So I'm just leaving the ladders there till I do the second coat. Otherwise I'll have to do it when the sun goes behind these trees a little bit, like, well, yeah, it could be late, 7 or 8 o'clock, I don't know, I'll have to see. Yeah. So I've done all that. Now the next job I've got to do is just the top of the triangle and a bit of cementing on that side there, and a little bit of cementing on that side and the top of the triangle up here to paint. But I can only do that when I've got the ladders going straight up, so I need to take the wheels and the hook off, because they're currently on. The wheels are on to wheel it up, and then you turn it over to get the hook up. It's got a hook, so I'll take that off once I've completed it and do those front of the triangles with cement and a bit of paint on the top of the triangles. You can see the hooks over the roof there. But the final bit, which will probably be the longest bit to do, is actually in this gap here. So I haven't painted yet, so I've done all that, but it's the wood at the side of here, and there's a bit of a thing to fill in at the bottom of there as well. But then while I'm up here, it's all these panels. You can see what I've painted to there. But then when the ladder goes up in this gap, I'll do both sides, like that side, and all the bits of wood there. So it'll take a while to do all them as well. But the problem I've got is there's not enough space in there to wheel the ladder up and then turn it round, like sideways. So I'm going to have to somehow just push it up with the hook side the way up it needs to be. So it's a bit of a problem, that one. Might need a few people to just sort of hold the ladder up while we push it up, and then hook it over the top. So I haven't got room to do a maneuver, because here it was easy enough. You wheel it up and then turn it, and then here was a bit of a challenge, but just put it at an angle up here, and went up the ladders on that side and just pushed it, and then we could like flip it over, and it was fine. The thing I had to be careful of is there's a little chimney there, a little vent, if you can see it, which is just where the gas fire comes out there. So I couldn't put it right flush close to that side. So you've got like a gas fire in the living room there, if you can see, just there. So that goes up, and then it must just vent out on that little bit there. So I couldn't hook the ladder over that bit, but yeah. Anyway, so that's what's left to do, just slowly over time. And then once those done, that's quite a complicated bit done, and then I can start doing more easier, simple bits, like this corner here. And I do need to take off the gutter there and repair a bit of wood, which is getting a bit rotten at the front of there, and then paint all that corner. And then there's this bit here, which is on the brickwork. That whole section there needs painting, but I've already done that middle bit there, which is good. And then there's a huge bit here which needs painting up here, so all of that needs painting. In fact, some of the white bits need painting, but if you can see, it's getting a bit discoloured there, so I got to paint the white bits as well. So there's quite a lot of work to do up there, and that's quite high up there. But there you go, slowly but surely. So this is the old heart of Menston here. We've got some bunting up, and we've got the maypole on top of the knitted on top of the post box there. That used to be the post office, just somebody's house now. It's got a post box in the garden. So this is like further along the road from Kirklands into the kind of old heart of the village. And there's a little plant sale up here, so we're just going to go and have a little look at that. So this is the back of the Malt Shovel pub. There's a few little stalls here, look. Plant sale, yeah. Street scenes. Yeah, so there wasn't many plants there and all that. So just going to walk back to the car, and then we're going to go to this other amazing corner shop place that sells all loads of plants dead cheap. So this is the maypole, knitted. They've even stuck a flag in the middle of the funnel. And that shaped hedge, the train shaped hedge. Well, this is China stores in well, just near Yeadon really, and it's amazing, they've just taken over this old pub and turned it into a garden centre, and they've got their corner shop. Millions and millions of plants all around the back and around the side, and all that bedding plants and everything. Really popular, loads of people coming and getting stuff. What they've done is they've just got millions and millions of these trolleys with all the plants stacked up and everything. They've just taken over what used to be a pub here and using the grounds of it opposite that corner shop on that side of the street, and just stacked it full of, like, so here's like the pre-planted pots, but they've got like all the individual bedding plants and that on the other side. And in the old pub itself, they've got all the old, like, just like ornaments and pots and things you can buy. So they're just using the old buildings to sort of not use as a pub. Selling all this, earthenware and what have you. 20 quid, I mean, it's a lot cheaper than you'd see in a garden centre. For these, you'd do like £100 for them. All that. It's quite a stock actually, isn't it? That they've got. Look at those. The old kitchens, look, for the pub. It's got like the old cookers and that just sitting there. Really spiky, isn't it?
Oh, this is £60 for like a ready-made
It's amazing. You can keep going and keep finding more things and more things. Every little space has been trying to filled up with stuff, bamboo and all sorts of stuff. It just keeps going. It's like I wouldn't even thought there was a bit with there.
Christmas trees on the roof.
No, just. Yeah, so back home now, and we did. I did complete the second coat on that bit of painting I was doing about 1 o'clock or half past, because there's a bit few more clouds. What I did was some clouds came over, covered the sun. I thought, right, I'm dashing up now to do it, because otherwise you got the sun straight on shining on the paint, on your eyes and all that up there. So I managed to do it. The second coat, so that's done. I'm just leaving that as temporarily because I'm just keeping an eye out to make sure there's no more wasps going in any little holes and things, because if I do, I'll fill the hole in, because you know what they're like, they go in any nook and cranny, try and find their way in and out and because we've seen a couple going in. I've blocked up the holes. I'm just keeping that as there for now, while I just watch and make sure there's no more. So anyway, that's all being done there now. That's good. It only takes like a few minutes up there. It's not, you know, it's quite quick, because it's just like a panel and just done the whole lot. Quite quick to do, but it's the sort of getting up there and the safety aspects and things like that. A little bit more breeze now, so a little bit more cloud, but still hot and sunny. We're going to see what the air temperature is in the shade at the minute. So it's Saturday afternoon. 20.8. 20.8. So that's the air temperature. You think I got these when we'd made a garden at the Chelsea Flower Show. What was that, like 10, 12 years, 12, 13 years ago, something like that. We made one, and then we had quite a lot of leftover plants, and I brought a couple back, planted them in the old garden, and then when we moved to this house I dug a couple up, and these are some of them. Yeah, because we got a gold medal for that garden all that time ago. It's the only time we ever entered the Chelsea Flower Show and won a gold medal. So just thought, well, we'll quit while we're ahead of that, I think. That was it. Entered once, did the job. And then we were on the front page of the newspapers with our garden and with the displays and things, and it was in a lot of magazines and newspapers at the time, and then on the television, not just in the UK but around the world. We were in the television, and we're promoted biodiversity and harvesting rainfall and allowing water to infiltrate, and also carbon capture in the garden. So, you know, kind of how to be eco-friendly in your little space that you've got. It doesn't have to be huge. How to do those things is what we were promoting through the design and the planting and the layout and all the things we did. Yeah. All right, see you later.